Hey, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today, day 7 of my refeed after breaking a 30-day water fast. Again, you can take a look back on my channel. I covered day 18 through 30 of the tail end of the water fast, and now I'm going through to record the first 10 days of the refeed. Wow, how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good today, I must say. I feel like I've finally got a rhythm because I know how I'm wanting to pretty much just be in a routine with what I'm taking in. So with regards to how much liquids I'm taking in, what I'm taking for the first meal of the day, what's followed by that, what I'm taking in for lunch, and then later in the evening as well. Keeping with the fruits, keeping more so with the greens and the raw vegetables, and keeping hydrated, and it's working. I feel pretty good. My energy level is up there. I think this is probably about the third day I've been hitting the high level of calories. When I say high, I'm going for about 2,000. Again, that's a number I'm just picking off of what they say of average female. I haven't quite got into my full routine of what I want to do as a workout, so that may go up, go down. I'm getting that sorted, but one thing at a time. And my energy level feels good, getting enough sleep, and I think I'm happy with my progress. I mentioned before I've done other fasts, not water fasts to this length, but I've come out of fast just kind of thinking, oh, it's over. Oh, let's just kind of get in there and eat. Maybe take a couple days to kind of slowly get back into a rhythm, or get back into what I want my regular intake of food to be. But this is the first time I've really thought about it because you know, when doing research for even before doing research for a water fast, just in general, hearing about water fast and how, you know, something that should be done with under supervision and etc. I did not do it with supervision. I did go to 30 days, so I was really taking a lot of research and information to understand, you know, what I should be doing, what are red flags, and what have you. And having really paid attention to that, as I said before, I realized the refeed is really important to pay attention to as well, because you don't want to, not even just about, well, for my personal, not just even undo the work you did during the fast, but I don't like feeling pain. So the last thing in the world I wanted to do was to eat something, eat the wrong thing, eat too much of something, and then just wind up in cramps, doubled over, having to then go for medical help and be like, oh, I haven't eaten in 30 days. Like, what are you thinking? Of course not, you know? So I was really cautious to make sure I knew the best information and what worked for me. Again, when doing these things, even though we're all on here on YouTube giving our opinions, remember, look what is going to work for you. I have always been, for a very long time, a plant-based vegan, so that really caused me to have to dig deep because, for instance, coming into refeeds, a lot of information says, go for that bone broth, and I don't do that kind of thing. So I had to keep looking to really find not just people suggesting what to do, but trying to find people who did something, you know, what became of it, and how that panned out. I'm a person who has had a history of being plant-based, lots of fruits, lots of greens, what have you. So to me, it makes sense that that's how I'm going to come out of the fast, and that I'm not going to be harmed by that. Somebody who has never touched fruit, you know, maybe they came from a very opposite diet regimen of that, might be affected, will be probably affected differently by something that they've never ingested before. So therefore, I would encourage people to research and understand what fits for them. And like I said too, even in the research, I have seen people, you know, whether it be in comments or even, you know, comments on the videos or what have you, you know, someone will put forward a very valid reason of, you know, you should do this during your water fast, this during your refeed, and then someone will shoot it down and be like, oh no. And remember, research even that. Like, I would even still listen to somebody who would come at me and say, you're crazy for coming out of a water fast on fruits because this. And I would look that up and see, okay, why would they say that? Or why would they think that? Why would someone think that it's not something that's going to work for them? And for the most cases, I understand why people are going to go against plant-based solutions, which is fine. but you know, I've done my research, so I know what's going to work for me. And I just so encourage it when it comes to doing any kind of water fast, even if it's only 24 hours, 48 hours, you know, do your research, understand what is expected of you, you know, what's your body going to be anticipating from it, and what you need to do to prep yourself to go into it and come out of it. And again, look for what works for you, because none of us have that same story, correct? Other than that, I just want to highlight major the research, because like I said, even up to today, me doing research on this refeeding, as I'm in it, I'm discovering new things. For example, obviously something I haven't really touched on is weight gain. Now here's something, all right? When I'm going into a weight, when I go, sorry to move the camera around, sorry about that. When I'm doing a fast, my concentration is to think my body needs the energy so that it can do what it needs to do to help the healing process. I don't want to be focused on too many things. So I have no problem, especially during this water fast. I didn't do a lot of exercise. I tried to get outside. I did some short walks around the block. Sorry, the sun's coming out. And what have you, but I wasn't looking to go to the gym and do something fierce. I like to concentrate on one thing at a time, right? So going into the water fast, and it was time to start getting ready for the refeed, that was my concentration. Okay, how am I coming out of that? All my focus went into that. And now I'm making sure that I'm doing that right. My next thought is going to be, okay, obviously now water fasting, the refeeding is just stages. I have to get back into my everyday. I'm not going to be living in a kind of restrictive kind of, I don't want to be fearful of food. I don't want to be calorie counting, that kind of thing. I just want to get myself in a place where I know, okay, this is what's meant to be on my plate. This is what gives me my energy, makes my body function in the most efficiently, and go with that. So the weight gain, because obviously that's one of the biggest questions people ask when you come out of a water fast is, there we go. What happens when you come out of the water fast? How much weight did you lose? And then shortly afterwards, a lot of people start posting, oh, well, you know, I lost this and I gained this. So what am I looking to do now after I've got this understood about the amount of calories I'm going to take in, how I keep my body hydrated, is how to get myself into a weight range that is suitable for my body type. I'm only 5 feet, medium-sized frame, small, medium-sized frame. So obviously I want to get myself in an ideal weight for my size, one that's comfortable, not one that I feel good moving around in, not one where I'm walking and my ankles hurt because I've got too much weight. That is my focus next. So I will after my refeed, probably in a month or so, if that makes sense, I will look at the scale. I'm not too crazy about numbers because, again, I need to get myself in a routine to figure out what it is I'm doing, right? If that makes sense, meaning that, obviously now coming out of the water fast, and as I start increasing my calories, some weight will come back on. It only makes sense, whether it be water weight, because I'm not moving as much as I did, that's going to be coming on. But as I said before, I also want to be getting in a fitness routine as well. So that will be how I will eventually get everything equaled off, so that I can get myself a weight and realistic weight for my size. Oh, that's not rambling too much, but that's just my whole process, is that I want to focus on one thing at a time and get the concentration on that before I sit there and, be looking at a scale now and freaking out like, oh my gosh, last week I had this amount. I'm not worried about that. I'm taking it in stages. And again, that comes with research and being patient. Remember, this whole thing is meant to be a journey, not to be conquered in one day. That's why, a 30-day water fast, there's a build up to that. There's a process. There's coming out of it. There's readjustments, if you want to take those steps. Anyway, so just wanted to say that. I guess my message of today is research, and not just general research, but research and find the hat that works for you. And, it might be a hybrid of things. You may pull from here, pull from there, and then find out, I'm going to put this in here because on top of what said is good for me, I also like this. I don't want to do that for myself. So, that's everything. Feeling really good. I feel like my energy is even different in these refeed videos as they go along, so I can feel that things are coming together, clicking. So anyway, any questions, comments, leave them below, let me know, and I look forward to hopefully hearing about some of anyone else's experiences with refeeding and, you know, lessons learned. Anyway, take it easy until tomorrow. 3 days left. All right, bye.